Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness with ROOP, the Bellwether series. And today I have a very special guest with me, joining me from Mumbai, architect Reshal Shah. And let me just read out her profile before she begins with her own introduction. She's from Mumbai. She's an architect, as I told you. She has her own studio. At present, she's a mother of a very adorable 3 years old son. And she's managing her home and playing the role of a very successful mother. And she loves sports. She has participated and played as captain for two women's cricket tournaments. And she is very passionate about dancing too. And she has even participated in many Garba dance events also. And along with that, she is pursuing a leadership program wherein she is transforming lives of many men and women through her passionate work into that field. And today she is with me. And I would also like to mention over here that she is a Jain and she is like religiously following all the teachings and instructions and even inspiring the society. She's a very active member of her Jain society meetings and all that. So today Rachel is here with me, and Rachel has recently won a very beautiful award on Women's Day in the year 2022, multifaceted personality award. And Rachel, I'm so happy to have you today with me. This is something which I have told you about you, from the written profile, but I would like you to just share with us your journey. How did it all start?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Roop. Thank you for inviting me. Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's indeed my pleasure being here, sharing this space and interacting with you and somewhere inspiring people and, getting to know more and more people. So I guess you've said it all, but my journey started, with pursuing my career, getting into architecture, and after architecture, practicing it, and after getting married, being, in India, after you get married and pursuing your passion, your dreams, all of that, keeping the household responsibilities alive intact. With all of that, in continuation with my architecture career, I started my own design company, and with that, I am into, a leadership training course, and along with that, I'm being playing my keeping my passion of sports intact. I recently played two women's cricket tournament as a captain, and uh, with all of these, playing a mother to the cute son. So yeah, this has been a roller coaster journey, but of course, as you say, success is not the destination; it's the journey. And when you celebrate the journey, that's when people look up to you and see that how successful you are. So this is till now my journey, and looking forward for have another great future. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So they say like inspiration can come from any direction, but how do you take that concept and turn it into reality that depends on you? So who all were there, as inspiration in your life? Some people or some situations that inspired you to go ahead and pursue your dreams.
So, I guess every daughter in Indian, and I can say everywhere throughout the world, they look up to their fathers as their heroes.
Yeah.
So for me, when I was young and when I used to see my dad playing a successful father, and more than that, never stopping.
Hmm.
Like, there is a world of reasons and there is a world of performance. And when you don't stop because of the reasons and you keep performing, and that's where that pushed me really hard to just keep moving. So my start was there, and there have been constant guidance. Okay, there was a downfall, of course, when you face a lot of ups and downs. So I have my uncles and my brother and my husband and my in-laws, and there have been a constant support that no matter what, you got to pursue and you got to keep moving. And that's where when you keep moving and when you are in action, okay, the life turns the way you want it to. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
that's the start of inspiration.
Hmm. So this field of architecture,
Yeah.
it requires a lot of creativity. It's not
Yeah.
everybody's cup of tea. So how did it start? Were you like a layman? I want to ask you that were you good at drawing and
But
painting? Gradually,
but
you started
Roop, it is
painting.
like a layman. For me, getting
Okay.
into an architecture was actually like a layman,
Okay.
because honestly, I after finishing my science, I was head clear. Okay, I want to do my IT engineering and all of that. But the moment somehow the tables turned and I got into architecture, it was not planned. To be very
Hmm.
honest, the
Hmm.
journey was not planned. One
Hmm.
year, and my mom was very cool about it in those days. That architecture hi hai, drawings hoga, and you will be kind of relaxed. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah.
And 1 year and 2 year passed, and she was like, this is taking a hell lot of you. Like, I'm being in college for three months, not coming back, site visits and study tours and competitions and a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's where when I discovered that I really want to do this.
Hmm.
I really want to make a difference, and really want to get into this space of designing or being creative in the smallest things.
Hmm.
So architecture has not only helped me designing the houses or buildings, but it is helping me to be creative in the smallest of the areas of my
Hmm.
life. Be it with my child, playing with him, or
Hmm.
be it anywhere, any space, any corner of life.
Hmm.
So that's where it is.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So, how did it start? Were you into some internship in the beginning, or now I know that you have your own studio, so you are an
Yeah.
entrepreneur now. So, what was the beginning? Like, how was
So
it?
after my degree, okay, and I started working as an intern, and then, with a lot of practice, I was directly assisting as an assistant architect, and all of that was there. Along with all of these, after getting like good experience and good knowledge, I was around 5 6 years into that space. And then when every phase you enter, every phase, so after marriage, when after practice I entered the phase of becoming a mother, that's when I realized that I can't go for a job,
Hmm.
because I have set my priorities, and I was very clear that there is no way leaving one thing and doing the other one.
Hmm.
So that's where you find your space, and that's where you find the balance, okay? And
Hmm.
that's when I decided I'll start my own design company. And when I started with the design studio, there were a lot of breakdowns, to be honest.
Hmm.
But with, as it says, as I say, that you got to be in action, because when you are in actions, things work for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
that's
as a
where.
mother of a small baby, and I can understand that's something very new for you, starting your own business and having your own studio. That is also not easy at all. So, how did you manage that?
So, to be honest, initially it was not like that. When I started my own design studio, I had a lot of reasons with me, saying that I
Mm-hmm.
have a small baby, and if the work is going slow, it's fine,
Hmm.
because we as human, we compensate by not doing things. So suppose I didn't wanted to do so many things at a time that moment.
Hmm.
So that was my compensation, that I have a baby, how will I manage, all of that.
Hmm.
So then that was my reasons, being in
Hmm.
world of reasons, standing there giving reasons to the world. In fact, people very willingly accepted that,
Hmm.
she has a small baby, it's okay, things will work, things will go smooth and all of that.
Hmm.
But the moment I entered this course, which we will, I guess, and we'll be surely discussing about it. But the moment I did one life transforming course,
Hmm.
that was the moment which turned stable for me, because
Hmm.
that moment I realized that there is these are all my reasons. In
Hmm.
reality, this doesn't
Yeah.
exist. And in the span of 8 months, I have, I did 3 4 projects, I played for 2 cricket tournaments with a small baby, I am into a leadership training. So there are so many things which happened which was not existing before.
Hmm.
for me.
Rachel, this is like very stunning because I really want you to talk more about it before we move to your course and everything. That especially women in India, they give up once they take up the responsibility of motherhood. They feel that now the things are done, अब हमें कुछ नहीं करना है ना, वो हमारा जीवन हमारे लिए हमने जी लिया जो जीना था, now it's for the family, the baby. But if you are not satisfied within you, then how can you give satisfaction to any other person? So it's
Absolutely.
very important, like you are saying that it's amazing to hear also from me even, that you participated in cricket tournaments, you were pursuing your own career. I really want to know that like how did this motivation engulf you, from where it was coming, or how did you self motivated, how did you self motivate yourself?
So, Roop, with this course which I was discussing earlier, okay, I'm sure many must have been aware about it because it's
Mhm.
worldwide happening course, and many have done it, and
Mhm.
many are aware about it. It's not that something very new have done it. It's not like
Mhm.
that,
Mhm.
but when you go with a possibility in that course, okay,
Mhm.
and so I entered that course because of my stand for my uncle who took a stand for me that Rachel, you got to do this, and
Mhm.
you see how your lives transform. So the
Mhm.
moment I did that, in those it's a 3.5 day course, and in that 3 days every day was a miracle for me.
Mhm.
Every day things were just, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is what I'm doing, this is what is happening, this is, and everywhere, wherever space, I was stuck with my productivity in my work, I was stuck with a relationship with my family, and a lot of things I was stuck, and I
Mhm.
started getting access there.
Yeah.
And the moment I started getting access and opening there in that space, everything worked for me in that 3 days itself. And then when I came out of that 3.5 days course, I came out very powerfully, not
Mhm.
in terms of powerfully in just terms of speaking, but in terms of leading life. Okay. That's when I did this course before 8 months, and that's where I'm telling you that, in 8 months, I did everything possible. And Roop, you would tell me, कि, अरे बाबा इसके तो घर में बहुत support है, and there are people to. No, it's not. My in-laws, they stay Pune. They come
Mhm.
here for weekends in Mumbai, and it's only me, my kid, and I have a house help.
Mhm.
And in that space, when you create a possibility and when you create a space, so when my in-laws also, they come back on weekends, I really have a good bond sharing with them. I have an space with them where they willingly take care of my child, and they are spending a good moment with them, and I have my work going on that weekends. Okay. And this is purely, it's not an informative course, to be very honest, it's an
Mhm.
transformative. So
Mhm.
informative matlab agar apan, if I'll tell you clearly, since
Mhm.
childhood we've been doing this only. Okay.
Mhm.
We've been learning. Informative learning is learning what we're learning in English, math subject, all subjects. Okay. And this is a transformative course, this is a transformative education
Mhm.
wherein it transforms your life in that moment and after that, and it
Mhm.
alters the way you be, the way you think, the way you deal, all of it. Okay. And
Yeah.
that's where, today I am still not a leader, to be very honest truth with you. Okay. I am into the process of becoming a leader, but this inspires me myself, like, I get inspired by my own self, that what I really need to stand for every
Mhm.
human on this planet, so that they
Mhm.
get this. Not only they don't only get this course, but they get this world of transformation. And when they get this world of transformation, and when your life transforms, everything, problems never stop in life. You tell me, Abhi bhi, when I have done, or you see any leader, or you see any successful human, or you see anybody, any normal human, किसी के भी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम नेवर स्टॉप्स इट्स कांस्टेंट कमिंग बट it is up to you when you think that as a problem.
True.
How you deal, how you face, how you work that situation out for yourself is what makes it the most.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
this is where, I want to invite all of you all, including group you, when I guess, my number and things you could share it so
Yes.
that people could connect with me, where I could
Mhm.
inspire them, and more than inspiring, I can actually enter in that world. Because
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
think Indian people must have seen Kick movie to Kick. So along with pursuing my career, along with designing building, it gives me utmost happiness. But now when I'm into the space where I can actually design people's life, their world by
Hmm.
knowing them, that gives me like the real uh, kick and the real
Hmm.
satisfaction and happiness, because that's pure.
Yes.
It's
True.
without any of my selfish motives.
Mm-hmm.
Because today I
Absolutely.
am designing buildings, I know I have a selfish motive, I know clients are going to like it, I know people are going to appreciate, and there's always praise is what you need. But when you stand for human and when you want to transform somebody's life, there is no motive behind that.
Absolutely. So, Rachel, before we discuss that course in detail, and I would really like you to, tell the name of that course and how to join that. Before we do that, we'll also like to, see some glimpses of your life. That what do you
Sure.
do? What's your work and everything? So, let us just watch this. Amazing. And I would really like to mention over here the designs and the buildings we saw. They were the designs of Rachel and her company. And Rachel,
Yeah, but Roop, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I would just also I would like to not interrupt, but I would like to mention, because the buildings, like the main big buildings, what you saw was, of course, design and conceptualized, but it was during the phase and the time when I was as an assistant architect. So
Mhm. Yeah.
so that really helped me to grow,
Hmm.
because you really need good guidance in life, honestly. And I've
Absolutely.
been really lucky to have those people with
Hmm.
me who stood during those times, and now also whenever I am stuck, especially in my journey of designing and as an architect. So that's one of the things. Yeah.
And we saw the small baby helping you out during your
But I
working
think
hours.
that's where you manage things
Oh,
in.
yeah, absolutely. So before we move ahead, thank you so much, Sagar Aroras, for telling your, sending your motivating words for us. He's saying it's a good platform. He's appreciating Vision Upgraded. Thank you so much, Sagar. And Rachel, now I would like you to really come to that course, the leadership program which you are a part of. And can you really tell us about that, and tell us that how does that transform somebody's life the way it did,
Yeah.
that brought a kind of transformation for you, that how can people take help of that?
So as I just told earlier that it is the course is Landmark Forum, and I think many of people, and much of the people would be aware about this space and this course, and many of have done it because it's worldwide, and more than 3 million people have done it. Okay, and
Mhm.
it is a transformative course. Again, as I say, it's based on transformation education,
Mhm.
and there are levels to it. Okay, in this course there are levels. So the first Landmark Forum course happens for 3.5 days, and
Mhm.
after that there is a level of advanced level which I have done it, and after that there is like the ultimate level of they train you to become leaders.
Mhm.
And they train you to become leaders not only in an area, they
Mhm.
train you to become leaders in every area of life, and
Mhm.
that's where I got all the access and openings.
Mhm.
So, not getting too much into it, Roop, I would,
Mhm.
invite and request and leave this space with this curiosity that actual what
Mhm.
happens in this space, so that people can connect. Because I guess if I keep talking about this thing only, it might just
Mhm.
our show might just get ended.
Yes.
So
So
yeah.
I'm really curious to know from you that you are a female entrepreneur, and women in India, like, they are always, I cannot say reluctant, or like the society, the kind of upbringing we have, we are never like at the forefront to take any kind of initiative. But you saw a dream, you wanted to do something in life, you came up with your own studio, you did it. I just want you to share that how do you manage all these things. Of course, we have discussed family and professional life balance, but how do you market your business? How do you get profit out of it? What do you do as a female entrepreneur? How do you promote your business?
So basically, Roop, I'll start with one question that how for women's, especially in India and abroad also, I think. So honestly, with this 21st century, women's have really come up with a really big dreams and good visions, and they are doing wonders in there. And I really look up to those women. They are doing amazing. The women who are really doing amazing. And there are women who are actually doing wonders in their own house spaces. Okay.
Hmm.
But Roop, where they get stuck is about the acknowledgement and the appreciation.
Hmm.
As a woman, you don't acknowledge your own self. And
True.
that's where you get stuck because you're doing so many things. You're managing your house. There are women, who are baking cakes. They make out of the world cakes in their houses. There are women
Hmm.
who do so many things in their indoors. Okay, they don't
Yeah.
go out and work and do business like we are into a profession. But now when the smallest thing is becoming a profession, like being an influencer is becoming a dream of a girl that I want to become an influencer. And I
Hmm.
really look up to that because when they had to put so many effort, so much effort they put, but what they get stuck is the appreciation and the
Hmm.
acknowledgement.
Hmm.
Before the world appreciates you and the world acknowledges you, start it with your own self.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
when you acknowledge and when you celebrate that journey, okay, tell me, Roop, you've got a really great show, okay, one of the show which has gone up amazing. And tell me, have you celebrated that show? You don't do it because you think it's so
Yes.
normal. It
Yeah.
is so normal कि अच्छा हो गया, this show has gone very nice, so now you are happy about it. So I've got so
Hmm.
many good reviews and views and people are liking all over the world. But what next? Did you just go back to your home and told your loved ones that this show has done well, let's celebrate, let's just have an ice cream, or let's just celebrate the smallest things? And that's where people get stuck
Yeah.
because to achieve bigger dreams and to go into a big visions, we forget like the small moments in life.
Absolutely.
So that's where I want to first get into, where, in your conversation, that women can manage, women can do anything in their life. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me. And especially a woman who's mother, oh my God, they to have another power on you. So I think anybody can do anything at any age. There is
Yes.
no age barrier. So today, if my mother-in-law, she would say, uh, I encourage her because she's so talented, Roop. She's so, but she's like, "Arey nahi, hamari to umar ho gayi hai. You all work, you all become
Mm-hmm.
successful." No, the
Yes.
journey is not there. The journey, like the journey, what you in the morning you get up with something, that I want to. Oh, this morning is going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at least in India and all over the world, for women, start acknowledging yourself first. Start celebrating small victories, and for women who are homemakers, oh, you also should celebrate every day. Ki Baba, I have kept my child 1 hour very amazingly. My child is happy. Celebrate. Like aisa nahi hai, you have to go in you just go you have to go and party, but you all can just have small celebration that adds a lot of life in your
Yes.
one life. Okay,
Yes.
so that's one thing. And when it is about me, what I do, so honestly, I did start my social media page for marketing and stuff for my company, but to be honest, it's not yet updated. I'm just going to be in action again in that area, but other than that, it's purely word of mouth. So my
Mm-hmm.
work or wherever I go, or it's purely word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Because and this power and this space where, when I can actually talk with a client, or talk with a builder, or talk with somebody and get my work done, again, I've got that from that course. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's where I think my marketing and my all that starts. I really don't. I honestly, I don't. Till date, I have not done any form of marketing for my own work space, and
Mm-hmm.
now I'm open. So in my studio, in my design studio, I was open initially only designing interiors and buildings, but somewhere now I recently, my page is not updated, and so I recently designed a railway station, and
Okay.
not like a railway station, but a glimpse, like where I could put my design into picture. And that's
Mm-hmm.
where I realized that everything can have design, everything can have that creative element.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the moment it opened up for me that I should not only restrict myself in some areas. It could be open. So I am open, and I do things of designing homes, commercial, residential buildings, outer space, inner space, even for that sake, a small nook and corner. Because I think every space has its own story, and
Mm-hmm.
every space what you live in, they define your story and your life. So when
Absolutely.
I talk to client, and when I look up to the clients also, it's not that I tell them that Baba yehi karo, this is going to look the best. No, you all have to stay in that space.
Mm.
So when you stay in that space, it is just going to be more beautiful and creative. And you are going to live that space more 20 years, jab tak aap ghar mein nahi
Mm.
rehte, you know.
Indeed.
So this
Indeed.
is my kind of marketing strategy, but it's
Mm-hmm.
actually itna strategy nahi hai, but
No,
yeah.
it's a very beautiful, it's a very valid point that you have made, and that especially women, they do not celebrate themselves. And sometimes, we all try, we put ourselves into that a limited shell kind of a thing, and we feel that uh, fame and celebrity status belongs to only those people who are into some kind of, who are viral, or who are some movie stars or something. I think we all are celebrities. We are doing such wonderful work. So if you are an architect, you are giving ideas to somebody, somebody is accepting that, getting buildings designed the way you have visualized them, then it is a kind of fame when people recommend your name to others. It is a kind of celebrity status when from the word of through the word of mouth your name is getting recommended. So it's absolutely stunning, and I think managing that in a big city like Mumbai, where there is cutthroat kind of a competition. So it's absolutely amazing, and the kind of energy that you have, and you're so positive about everything. Of course your course must have added to it, but there
Yeah.
must be certain things inborn in you, the inspiration, as you mentioned, that it came from your father or your family. So I really want you to like say something to those people like who are into some rural setup or like the kind of place where I am, especially to women, that they should not be cribbing and they should not be just crying. They should rather be trying, try to come out of that shell and do something productive, and whatever they are doing, celebrate it in a positive way. So I really want you to continue with that for a while.
So, Roop, you really said it amazing. You've told two, three things, and I would take one at a time. So, what you just said, that celebrity and success and fame, and there were days, when we used to, when actually we faced that space. Ke baba, uh, podcasting, interviews, meetups, it's all about big people.
Yeah.
But when I entered the space and I realized that it's not about big people, it's about people who do big things. Okay.
Yeah.
And today, and the second thing, what you just said, that about people in rural space, okay, like you are in, or whatever, I guess you all are doing amazing work. All is, what we get stuck is, ki baba, what will society say?
Yeah.
What will uh, what will our parents or our family think about that thing? Because they
Hmm.
shouldn't go any shame, or they shouldn't go any thing where they will face
Any
embarrassment, or
kind of
any kind of
huh.
upsetting. Ki
Yeah.
baba, I, because of me my parents are upset, or because of me my
Mm-hmm.
family has to face this.
Yeah, somebody should
But
not be pinpointing us or something.
exactly. and
Hmm.
and today I still feel that if you think you are doing something which is I will not say correct, but you think when you're doing something which won't harm your family in any space, okay, just go ahead with it.
Hmm.
Just go ahead and just keep doing things.
Hmm.
The moment we stop and the moment we think, see, we have this inner voice constantly.
Hmm.
So if I want to, suppose if I want to go for a job interview, okay, but I have this inner voice, अरे इतनी बड़ी company है, will I get the job? Will I not get the job? Will I get the job? So my entire focus shifts from my energy, my dedication, my hard work. It will shift from all of that thing to my inner voice,
Hmm.
which what it will only give you the result which you want,
Hmm.
and the result would not be fulfilled. You will end up in that job being nervous, you will give the interview being nervous, you will be upset about that fact, and a lot of things. And
So
that's
true.
where you think, oh, I made a wrong decision. But you did not make a wrong decision.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
You were not there in that moment to
Hmm.
live that decision, or to live that choice of yours, to go and give a interview in a good space.
Hmm. Hmm.
So what is really important, and what is that you choose and not decide. See, decide, if you see the dictionary meaning of decide, decide is another bhai behan, brother sister of suicide and pesticide and all of. You tell me pesticide and all of, what do we do all of that? It
Yeah.
it really kills, okay? It kills things, right? Same as decide.
Hmm.
When you dream of something, and then because of the considerations, you decide on something.
Hmm. Hmm.
तो आपका ड्रीम किल हो जाता है बिकॉज
Hmm.
आपने वो मोमेंट दैट मोमेंट यू गिव अ रीजन
Hmm.
or you
Hmm.
decided on the consideration that I want to eat a chocolate ice cream because I like it. So you gave a reason of liking, your thoughts, your emotions, your feeling. Rather, I want to eat an ice cream because I want to eat an ice cream. It's very straight.
Yes.
The big things in life, they are really straight.
Mm-hmm. But we make them complicated.
Exactly. By, you know what? By giving our own reasons, our own
Hmm.
stories, and our own considerations to it.
Yes, absolutely.
If I want to eat an ice cream, I want to eat an ice cream. And when
Hmm.
I do that, it is straight and simple. I'm going to enjoy that ice cream because I
Hmm.
don't have any reason to it. There is no additional feelings, thought, and emotions.
It's very nice that with a very small example, you have tried to put it into
So
that
today, no,
big
so
thing.
yeah, so just
Yeah.
last thing in what
Hmm.
you just said, that when women's in the small
Hmm.
areas or when
Hmm.
women's all over the world, okay, if you all want to do a household work or if you want to cook or if you want to, so if I'm cooking for 100 people in my house, okay, if there are guests, and so I am cooking because I want to cook and not because अरे बाबा ये तो करना ही पड़ता है ना, this is the responsibility women's go. No, don't go in that area. If you want to cook, cook. You know you have to cook. Do you have two options? When you have guests in the house, do you have two options? You have only one, to
Hmm.
serve the guest.
Yeah.
And when you select and when you choose to serve the guest as your own choice and not giving a reason, you are going to be the happiest. There will be no cribbing, there will be no crying. The life is this simple, like literally this simple.
Absolutely.
And how much complicate we do that.
Make it definitely. So it's good to, like, as you have mentioned, that to follow our passion and not to crib for everything. And sometimes especially women have this habit. First they would not follow their own passions, and if some other female is pursuing those passions, they are going to demotivate that person or trying to create any kind of trouble for that person. It's like really
That's there.
disgusting.
That's
I
that's that's
uh,
humanity. That's
I
that's the
think,
world we live in, you know.
yeah, we all have our own space, we all have our own journeys. And if somebody is doing something, if we cannot appreciate that person, at least we should not be pulling the leg of that person. We should be, feeling happy that somebody is doing something in their life.
Absolutely. And that's where, I am standing. I am taking a stand because to transform the meaning of human to human in this 21st century.
Hmm.
Because in this 21st century, you tell me what is the human to human meaning. Without any selfish motive, you don't talk. Or
Hmm.
forget, you don't even approach. So
Hmm.
I am not saying there are all 100% humans
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
the world are like that. Of course, there are. There
Hmm.
are humans who are selflessly working.
Hmm.
But I purely feel that when you are doing something great or when somebody else, just give that person a bit push. That's not
Hmm.
going to make you down or that's
Hmm.
not going to keep you down. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, if somebody is just doing great, my friend
Hmm.
started a business and she really needed, and I was like, go ahead. I kept talking about that business to everybody.
Hmm.
But matlab, she's gonna earn crores and millions in that space, and I might not earn. But
Hmm.
what I would earn is the real meaning of humanity, that I stood by my friend
Hmm.
selflessly and pushed her
Hmm.
rather
Absolutely beautiful.
keeping my
Hmm.
own self, self egos and self, so many things we have, insecurities. I
Hmm.
think these all are words to
Hmm.
even really mean in reality.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Somebody, I say, my friend hurted me a lot. Oh bhai baba, just go in the hospital and get your side self dissected. कहीं से भी hurt निकलेगा क्या बाहर? It's a word. It all this are purely your emotions, your
Hmm.
feelings and thoughts, and they are not wrong.
Yeah.
Your emotion, feelings and thoughts are not wrong, but just don't go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Get present. Of course, I do feel bad. I do feel bad, but I am present. Okay, chalo, theek hai. This has happened. I am upset about it. And then what should I do? Should I sit upset with that fact? Or I should get up and face the fact and find a new possibility in that area? Your flight is missed, Roop, okay? So your flight is missed, okay? And now what you'll do? Are you gonna get pissed, upset? Oh, I got so late because of this person, that person. Either you will get a very upset about it, you'll get very pissed about it, and what else you're gonna do? Or you have one thing, your flight is missed. Okay, I missed my flight because I missed my flight. No
Hmm.
adding reasons to it. And see a possibility. Acha, now let me check which other flight or there
Yeah.
is another way I
Book
can.
another. Definitely.
It makes things more simpler, more
Hmm.
easier, more happier for you.
Definitely. Yeah. So, Rachel, the points which you have made clear in during today's talk, that we need to pursue our dreams, come what may, and don't crib over tiny things. Rather, find out the solution to the problems. And then it's wonderful, you mentioned about this course, that you learned something new and that brought a change in your life. So this learning thing, it must go side by side. Sometimes in life we stop
Yeah.
learning, and then we keep on feeling frustrated that there is nothing new in our life or something. But we should be learning, keep on learning at every step. And
That's really
yeah,
thoughtful.
I
Like,
really want you to give your advice to those young boys and girls. Now it's not only particularly about women, the boys and girls who want to start this entrepreneurial journey, who want to start their own business, but they are afraid that we are into small setups, or sometimes they feel afraid that they have a lot of competition around. But you are a person who has actually come up with your own work, you have your own studio, so you know the pros and cons. So I really want you to focus on this thing and give a piece of advice that you would like to share your own experience with them.
so, in this journey of entrepreneurship and to all the young people, like all the kids and all the teens and everybody who traveling abroad, and one simple thing, just don't run.
Hmm.
Just don't run behind what is the trend, or just don't run behind what people wants you to do or what your family wants you to do. Just stop, take a pause, okay? Just because everybody is going abroad for education, don't go. It's nobody's saying that you got to go only. No,
Hmm.
relax. If you really feel, I personally am open to all forms of education, and learning never goes vain. So
Hmm.
keep learning, but just don't run. If you
Yeah.
finish your 12th or if you finish your degree, just take a moment, take a week, fix yourself, think what possibilities you want, what's your passion, what you
Hmm.
really gonna love it. Okay.
Yes.
And that's where your catch is. Go explore yourself. Along with all of these, I am a dead lover of traveling, Roop. And
Hmm.
I so want to travel the world. But
Hmm.
that's not that ke abba baba chot theek hai, I'm only traveling the world. No. So when I go in a tiniest of the space, I will explore that space. The
Hmm.
way what people have not done. So that's where your passion is. Everyone, and especially when you want to start your business. I was in a fear
Okay.
that in Mumbai, in this big competition, well, will I get clients or not?
Hmm.
Okay. This was biggest fear. And you know what I realized? These were my unreal fears.
Hmm.
And you have your real fears, like the fear of death is real. Of course, if there is somebody at gunpoint, किसी ने gun डाल दिया आप पे, तो that
Yeah.
fear is real, okay.
Yeah.
But what fear I had, that I have a small baby and मैं कैसे manage करूँगी, and I will I get clients? How will I go? How will I talk to people? How will I market myself? These were all my unreal fears. And the moment I broke my unreal fears, I realized that there are people waiting for me. There
Hmm.
are people waiting for you everywhere. Don't go into the theories. In India, you will not get a job. In India, there is a lot of competition. In India, there is no value. It's not like that. Throughout the world,
Yeah.
there is a possibility, there is an opportunity. Just don't be in the world of reason, come
Hmm.
in the world of performance, keep performing, and the consistency is the key.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, I did 1 month of mehnat. I did, oh baba, I set up my studio and everything, and then I was waiting, clients क्यों नहीं आ रहे, clients क्यों नहीं आ रहे, why there are no clients, why there are no clients. And I was waiting. There was no performance, there was nothing. Acha, I did my hard work now, I did my setup and all. And that's where I realized what was missing in me. Okay. And that's where, this course entered in my life. And when I realized that I don't have to change or fix anything in my life. Nobody has to change and fix. We
Hmm.
all have to only look for our missing, find out the possibility, and then just go with it. Like, just go for it. I discovered the possibility of being unstoppable. I discovered the possibility of being powerful. And here I am. Doors are open for everyone. It is going to be. It's not purely mine, but I really want somewhere just people take this inspiration. Like, just reach up to me. I'm just saying, not because of the course. Otherwise, also, I
Yeah.
would love, getting to know the world of other human and
Mhm.
transforming. That's where it's gonna give me a real meaning. It's
Mhm.
gonna help me to be powerful in my work as well.
Mhm. Huh.
Getting to know more people.
Mhm. So just here I want to add this for people that she's an architect, and if you require any kind of help related to that, you require her services or something, you can connect with Rachel. And even the leadership program which she's been telling throughout the program, that also you can get in connect with her and then get more information about that. And Rachel, can you please tell us that how can we connect with you? What are your social media handles or your email ID? How can somebody just
Sure.
knock
So,
at your door or something?
how we do that? Should I just share, or you can display
You
or
can
something like
speak
that?
out your email ID and your social media platforms, your name on that social media handle.
Okay, so for my email is Reshal. That's I think that's clearly visible in the spell, because
Yes.
I have a name which is not clearly pronounced by a lot of people. But yeah, so that's Reshal01 @hotmail.com, and
Mhm.
that's my email. And
Mhm.
my Insta handle is Reshal07, and my work email is again studio r01. There is no space anywhere, so studio
Mhm.
r01 @hotmail.com. And
Mhm.
Insta handle is also the same, I think. I
Yeah, so
really
you
need.
can what you can do is like after this live, you can even in the comment section of these
Sure,
live
that would
streams,
work. Yeah.
you can mention your email ID and everything, your social media handles.
And
And
my
it was
number would be, it's +91 because it's in India. So it's
Mhm.
992009072.
Thank
So
you
I
so much
am
for
there. I can
sending that.
connect with people and all of you all.
I would request you to mention it in the comment section also, because if
Sure.
somebody misses that, sometimes they are not able to quickly catch up with that. So, Rachel, thank you so much. It was such a wonderful session with you, and 47
Uh,
minutes have gone, and it seems like just 10 minutes ago we were setting the
Thank you
stream,
so
and
much.
I was asking you if you're ready for the stream. So, like, it was the charm of the interaction that everything was making sense, and we were able to understand the point of view. I'm really amazed to see that you are so young and so positive, and in a city like Mumbai, such a competitive arena I would call it, and you are doing such wonderful work over there. You have already been like recommended to me by a very
Yeah,
hardworking person, so that also talks about it, that how you have made a mark for yourself and how you have absolutely you are on the right track. So don't get distracted by anybody who feels that these things are only for celebrities or something. You are already a celebrity, okay? So mark my words.
thank
And
you.
I just wish you luck for your journey ahead, and I really want that studio R should be progressing by leaps and bounds, and it should be a like huge studio. And I'll also be visiting you someday in life. And
Absolutely. We got
yeah,
to
so
meet, Roop. We really got to meet.
yeah. Yeah.
And I just give me one moment, because the biggest acknowledgement. So I would really, really, really acknowledge you, Roop, because trust me, in that space where you are doing wonderful job. Because as you mentioned, it's not about celebrities, it's not about successful people. In today's world, people connect in there are so many mediums people could connect, and giving such a platform for people like us, okay, where I feel I've not done anything. I feel कि मैं बहुत start हुआ, I'm very raw, and just giving me this platform, it pushes me so much to make a difference, a real difference to every human in this world, okay? And it really inspires me that you are doing such a wonderful job, like such a wonderful job, Ru. And hats off to you and your team, and really thank you so much for inviting me. And also, my friend who stood by me, she told you she herself is a woman entrepreneur, and she is doing wonders in her area. Yeah. And you did take a her interview and podcast, and it was beautiful. I saw that. So
Yeah.
you are doing a wonderful job. Just don't stop. Just don't
So,
stop.
a big shout out for Mansi Thakkar also. Uh,
Absolutely.
she's been helping people and recommending different platforms to them so
She
that they
herself
can.
is very inspiring.
Yeah, so it's wonderful. Like in today's world, as we were discussing, women helping women, that's a
Yeah.
rare scenario, but she is doing that. And thank you so much, Rachel. You are also doing absolutely wonderful work. You're so humble that you said all these things, that you have not done anything big in life. No, absolutely, you have done such a marvelous work. And as a mother, you're managing all these things and still doing. It's commendable. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And great. I think we all will connect very soon in life. We'll meet.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for connecting with us, for watching the live stream. So, here we go. I say goodbye to all of you, and with the promise of meeting in another episode, and with likewise with another trailblazer, with another, a person who has made a mark in their field. Thank you so much. We'll be seeing everyone during the next show. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank